I understand the game, but in America, it's played at a very, wouldn't say high level, but a ruthless level. Debt, not having enough money for bills, spousal drama, family drama, a lot of different things that can be weighing down on you. The life you save will be your own.
Welcome to Coop's Corner. My name is Jackson Cooper, and by the title of this video, you know why we are here today. I'm a 37-year-old Black American man currently in Johannesburg, South Africa. I've been to 26 countries across 4 different continents, so I have a very good gauge on why I left America and how it saved my life. Now, this is going to be the raw truth, nothing but the truth, and my truth. So take notes. I am someone who has seen the world from a different perspective other than living in America. Now, most people don't travel outside of their city, let alone their state. Most people don't travel outside of the country. Now, why is this important? You see, when you travel outside of the country, your mind will expand. This is natural. This is very, very natural. And as humans, I believe we were meant to traverse. We were meant to explore. We were meant to travel, right? Now, to get to where we need to go, we have to start somewhere. And America is not the same.
'Cause I'm lost in America. So I crawl to the underground.
Now, I was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio. Very, very good upbringing. I had a very good life, to be completely honest. No real hardships. Proud to be an American. Had friends in elementary school, friends in middle school, friends in high school, things of that nature. Pretty normal upbringing. But the older that I got, I started to realize, Jackson, you're outgrowing this place called America. The first time that I noticed that I was outgrowing it was when I was with somebody who I hung around a lot. This person was smoking Black and Milds. And I would just look at him and be like, bro, like, can you stop smoking that around me? Like, I don't smoke. I'm a clean person. I don't want to smell like that. And I noticed that he got offended. He was like, man, bro, you're changing. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to smell like that. That was one of the instances that clicked and said, Jackson, you are becoming bigger than your surroundings. I started to travel outside of Ohio. That was when I really understood that travel was very, very important in the maturation of my thinking process. So when I started traveling outside of Ohio, it's like a lake turned into a sea, right? We had a bigger spectrum of things that are out there. It really made me look at things differently, and I said, wow, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be meeting new people, having new experiences, and that's exactly what traveling did. We were taking steps. So we started traveling to different states. Then I went to Puerto Rico. Then I took a big leap. So I made mistakes in my life. And there was a point where I couldn't get my passport, but I took a very big risk. Very big risk. Looking back at it, I guess it wasn't too big, but when you're in the moment of something, it was a very big risk. And I got my passport. And that was the best decision that I made in my life up to that time. So we get our passport. We start to see the world. And then I have something to gauge. I have the world and I have America. That's why I can say America is not the same. You see, coming up, we were able to play outside. You had to come in when the street lights came on though. But we were outside playing football, doing all types of things that normal Americans do. Because you see me, I came up in the era to where we didn't have cell phones coming up, but we had them starting around 15 years old, right? So we got both sides of the spectrum. You had to go out, you had to meet people. It's not like that anymore in America. Everything is connected to your phone. Everything is connected to a computer. And that's not just America, that's everywhere, but we're gonna delve in deeper on why America is the matrix of it all. So now that we realize that America is not the same, social life, really?
'Cause I'm lost in America. So I crawl to the underground.
So in America, you would look at me as a monk, right? I don't really participate in a lot of things when I'm in America. And now that I travel, I understand that it's not me. because when I'm overseas, I'm way more talkative because you have to come out your shell when you're in someone else's country. You have to talk and you get to meet new people, discover new things. When I'm in the States, everybody seems to be plugged in. Now it makes sense. I'm far from naive and I understand what America is. America is a corporation. It is not a country. Now, it's a corporation within a country, and I love my country, let's be very clear. But you have to call it for what it is. It is a capitalistic society. And I am proud to be a capitalist, but that's not somewhere that you want to grow. Me personally, and if you're watching this, you don't either. We're gonna get into some more motivational reasons why you should take that leap. Even if it's not leaving America, you should take steps. See me, like I'm taking baby steps every year, closer and closer, because I know my main mission is to be able to live abroad full time and come back to America when I want to. The dating life in America for me is non-existent. Like I said, I dated many of women in America. This is not that I can't date them. It's just that my wavelength is not the same as theirs. We're on two completely different wavelengths. And women there, to be completely honest, everything is transactional. Now, we can't be naive. It's somewhat like that everywhere because if you can't be used, you're useless. So I understand the game. But in America, it's played at a very, very, wouldn't say high level, but a ruthless level. We got to be completely honest here. So even when it comes to friendships, friendships are transactional. All of the people that I quote unquote call friends, I don't talk to them now because the older you get, the more you want to do your own thing. That's for me. So if somebody says that they want to do this, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to go to a club at 37 in Columbus, Ohio, eventually you're going to veer away from that person because your objective is much larger than doing something that minute and that small. Do you understand what I'm saying? All of this is off the top of the head. Now, currently I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa, right? I'm 8,000 plus miles away from home and my mindset is completely different. Now, if you leave America, right, and you travel to anywhere, you can go to Timbuktu, but you have that same mindset, you're going to end up with the same results. But more than likely, you won't have that same mindset because when you travel, like I mentioned earlier, you are forced to talk to people. You are forced to learn about other cultures, different cultures. It's a beautiful thing, man. See, like we don't have to be completely serious this video because traveling, listen, man, it can literally change your life. I remember 3 years ago, I was sitting in a cubicle. I said to myself, Jackson, you can't do this no more. I was literally dying inside that cubicle, literally dying. I could feel myself dying every single day. I wasn't able to be the true version of myself, being able to wear what I want to wear, being able to say what I want to say, being able to eat when I want to eat. That's why I say America is a corporation. You go into a job, you are abiding by their rules, by their structures. Do you understand? And I just couldn't do it. So 3 years ago, put in my 2 weeks notice. And a lot of people were like, man, yeah, like I knew that you weren't going to be here long. And it kind of showed me that other people see in you sometimes what you don't think that they see in you. They just said, people that I didn't even really talk to, they said, you're going to do great out there, Jackson. Never look back. Don't look back. Motivational. And I never did. You see, in life, the biggest thing that you can do, you have to bet on yourself. Point blank, period. To the victor goes the spoils. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but you have to stay level-headed. That's the key to life, specifically as a man. But I know that there's women out here too that are traveling, and you have to stay level-headed as well. See, you have to look at it like this. We think we have a place to fall back on because we have homes in America. Sometimes you have to reprogram your mind and say, look, I have nothing to fall back on. I have to go full speed right now. Because if you go back to America, to me, it's depressing, right? It's very, very depressing thinking about going back to America. That's why I work hard as I can every single second of every single day to not have to go back. Now, of course, you have to go back for certain business reasons and to see family. But When family is only talking about negative things, do you want to go back to that? Now, that may not be your situation, but I know somebody out there is dealing with that, right? Your family could be holding you back. Now, you're supposed to love your family and things of that nature. Yes, you are. But the first rule of human nature is self-preservation. You must love yourself first. The life you save will be your own. Now, I know you probably feel like you're by yourself. There are millions of people that feel like, why am I stuck?
'Cause I'm lost in America. So I crawl into the underground. You find it hard to
Now, there are multiple reasons why you could feel like you're stuck living in America. Debt, not having enough money for bills, spousal drama, family drama, a lot of different things that can be weighing down on you. We're humans. I'm talking to you as a human being right now. I get it, trust me. But you have to understand, there's going to be hardships in life. You have to take those risks. So, do you want to live in America, be stressed out, and possibly die early? Do you want to take that risk? You only got one life. You only have one life. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Right now, it is December. I'm in a short sleeve shirt and shorts. In the Midwest, in America, it's very cold. That can do something to your mentality. Seeing all that snow, the depressingness of it, I can't do it. Listen, if I had to stay in America for 365 days straight, it's one or two things that are going to happen. I'm either going to go completely insane or I'm going to perish. There is no in between. There is nothing for me in the States. There's still business that I have to take care of. There's family, of course. But for 365 days straight, nothing needs to keep me there. Nothing. And there are many, many, many people watching. Black, white, young, old. I've consulted with them all for hair. I've consulted for teeth. I've consulted for travel, life in general. And people always leave better than how they came, because if I didn't have my passport, none of that would have been possible. You understand? Getting your teeth done in America is beyond expensive. I got a nice set in Mexico. Getting a hair transplant in America is pretty expensive. Salute to Artistic Hair Transplant Center in Nairobi, Kenya. Traveling the world saved my life in many, many ways. And I am thankful that I have the mental capacity to understand that people are going to hate. You see, typically the hate is going to come from where you're from. Your biggest haters are going to be the people closest to you. So what does that mean? To me, it means step back, reevaluate. Understand that there is a massive world out there. A massive world out there. You don't have to be in that one city. You don't have to be in that one state. See the world. It is your God-given right to see the world and explore your options. You're going to discover a different person that you never knew existed once you do that. But most people aren't going to take that risk. Most people are going to watch this video, turn it off, and go about their day. But I'm here for that select few, because I really do this. Boots on the ground. No cap. No cap. So if anybody can talk about it, it's me. Now, I don't want to just come on here and stand on a soapbox. What is the solution?
'Cause I'm lost in America. So I crawl into the underground. You find it hard to
It's very simple. And I mentioned it before. Get your ducks in a row. You're going to have to sacrifice when you're in the States. You should be eating right. You should be focused. You should be looking at your goals as you're working that 9 to 5, as you're doing whatever it is you have to do, to think about, what is my escape plan? You have to have an escape plan to get out of the matrix, because you have one or two choices. You can stay in America Take your chances, take your risks. People make it in America, but it may not be for you. Or you can get that passport, go to wherever you want in the world, go to multiple countries before you decide on where you want to settle down at, and make it happen for yourself. It's all up to you. But I left America and it saved my life. I appreciate you for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Quality content from all over the globe. Sometimes people just need that extra push. You may just need that extra push to take that risk. Because like I said, you have one life. If you have quote unquote haters, if you have quote unquote naysayers, none of them are stronger than you. And I want you to remember that. This is Jackson Cooper, AKA J Coop. This is Coop's Corner, signing out from Johannesburg, South Africa. Peace.
'Cause I'm lost in America. So I crawl into the